Welcome everybody live to Vieira Regional Park for tonight's semi-pro football action as we're underway. The opening kickoff just went through, and here comes a great return for the Grizzlies coming down to the near side, trying to cut back in reverse field, pushing through. Very strong return to start, and I'll set them up at the 50. That's the Golden Isles Grizzlies from Georgia coming down here for tonight's action. I'm Jackson Robb, my cameraman and partner tonight, Caleb Brown, and good start for Golden Isles, the return by Morris DeMary. In this game with some playoff implications, the team from Golden Isles has the last playoff spot right now at a 4-4 record. Your Sharks have a 3-4 record and are just outside of the playoffs. So with only 2 weeks to go, 2 games to go, the Sharks really need a win tonight.
So some of the playoffs implications are as follows. As Jackson said, the Grizzlies have a 4-4 record. Well, with that 4-4 record, if the Sharks can pick up a victory, they are tied with 11 and the Sharks are 12th, and they are tied with the 11th seed, the Cobras. I believe they're the Peach State Cobras. They need them to lose next week, and they need to win these next 2 weeks.
And here we go, the first play. Ball goes over the head of the quarterback. He'll just fall on it. The quarterback is number 1, Demarion Hayes. And that one falls down for a big loss, and that'll bring up second down now for the Grizzlies. So, yeah, the Grizzlies sit at 4-4. They're tied at the cut line with the Rattlers, are also at 4-4. Currently, the Sharks are only tied with the Outlaws at 3-4. But a win here would tie them with the Rattlers at 11th. At 4-4, a loss would drop them. Second down and long for the Grizzlies. They try and get a run going up the middle. Nothing can happen there. The ball pops out, and it's recovered by the Sharks. And just like that, as long as he wasn't ruled down, which I don't think he was, it's going to be first down Sharks. Number 43 falls on the ball. That's Aaron Bradley. And it's first down Sharks. And that one looked like the running back was looking for a pitch of some sort. He was kind of desperate in there, and the ball gets popped out, and it's a quick turnover.
Chains, Joe, chains. And here come the Sharks. Hand off to number 56. Cuts right through, picks up a couple of yards. And great job by that Sharks defense creating that turnover and getting possession. And here come the Sharks. And this is the Sharks' MO. They like to run the football, pound it.
Mohamed Darius on the carry there on first down. Brings up second down and about medium range here. They started at their own about 40-yard line. Now it's going to be second down and 6. Run again right up the gut with Darius for a short gain. And that'll bring up third down and short on the opening drive for the Sharks.
And for those of you who are looking for the Fort Pierce Bengals game, playoff game, that game has been pushed to 7 o'clock. So if you're looking at the graphic and saying, well, it said 6 o'clock there on the graphic, well, Alan has informed us the game has been pushed to 7.
Our game got started a little early here, as everyone starts to trickle in. It's third down and short for the Sharks. It's going to be a keeper with now Darius trying to get around the edge, but he's going to get wrangled down there quickly by the Grizzlies defense as the Sharks are at the Grizzlies 35. That'll bring up fourth down and short. See what they do on this opening drive coming off the turnover. They're going to go for it here. It looks like here with still early on their opening drive. Looks like it's about a fourth down and 3 here for the Sharks. Here comes fourth down. Keeper looking to throw it. Pass looking, still standing up, running it now, tucking it. Runs through a defender, pushing for the first, spinning back, and it's going to be a first down and more. What a play by Nelson Compere. First rolled out left, looked to pass, got challenged, tucked it, bounced off 3 guys, and runs forward for a Sharks first down.
That first down brought to you by Bird Dogs Pet Supplies. Find them, shop in person at 6225 North Cocoa Boulevard in the Port St. John Cocoa area, or shop online at birddogs.com.
First down and 10, Sharks at the Grizzlies' 25-yard line on the big run of about 10 yards by Compere. But back in the gun this time is Muhammad Darius, and he's going to run it straight to the far side, trying to cut back, stays on his feet. Darius pushing through defenders, and he will get a solid gain there. Flag comes in here on the near side as a helmet came off for the Sharks. I think if I have an idea what it could be, but we'll see here. I got a personal foul on the defense. I think that might have been where that helmet came off.
No, kicking the helmet after. It was the unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking the helmet.
Got it. So that'll move the Sharks now deep inside the red zone for a 1st and goal opportunity at the Grizzlies' 8 off the opening turnover. A nice start for the Sharks.
They are now inside the Exotic Peas red zone.
Darius running straight up the middle, spinning through defenders, pushing towards the goal line. And a solid run there by Muhammad Darius.
Exotic Peas interior and exterior painting. Give them a call at 321-387-8364. Find them on Facebook at Exotic Peas to look at all their amazing work.
Second down and goal now for the Sharks at the Grizzlies' 5-yard line. New ball carrier, Cameron Harris. Harris trying to flip the field to the near side, and he's going to get brought down from behind by number 9, Josh Bradley. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Sharks, backed up to the 6-yard line. 3rd and goal. Remember, this drive brought off that turnover by Aaron Bradley.
Sharks trying to get some pot. Those points off turnovers, as Alan likes to call it.
Third down and goal. They're going to run the jet sweep underneath, pushing for the goal line. And he's just short as they ran the reverse to number 7, C.T. Jaley. It was kind of a reverse mix with the jet sweep. Started rolling to the right, flicked it back, going left. And that'll bring up 4th down and goal. Sharks at the 1-yard line. They converted a 4th down earlier. And they're going to look to do it again here for a touchdown this time. Fourth down and goal at the 1. Darius, direct snap right up the middle. Muhammad Darius pushing in, and he's
call him down short.
Goal line stand from the Golden Isles Grizzlies for the stop, and no points off turnovers for the Sharks on this drive. But now they pin the Grizzlies back at their own 1-yard line to start drive number 2.
That was an interesting drive there. You maybe would have seen them like to take a shot in the end zone. One passing play off that very effective run, off the effective run that was happening on that drive.
Yeah, I mean, or run some more RPO plays like they did on the first 4th down where he kind of rolled out, looked like he could pass, but he ran at the end of it. But now the Grizzlies at their own pretty much inches yard line. They're on the goal line. So Sharks have another opportunity here to make something happen defensively. They already got the turnover forced. Another thing to note for the Grizzlies, they have 2 players on the bench. I think the ball came out, and it's a touchdown for the Sharks on their 2nd fumble recovery of the night. And that one on the goal line goes for a touchdown for Dante Elmore. And the Sharks get on the board first.
Defense creates turnovers and scores. What more can you ask from them, Jackson?
Well, you know, offensively, they couldn't punch it in that close. The defense says, we got you. Backs them up and puts them in the end zone there on the very next play. The Grizzlies have only run 2 plays of offense, and they fumbled on both of them. So the Sharks defense doing good here as they get a touchdown on their first play. Oh, not even of their drive. Dante Elmore with the score for the Sharks defensively. They're going to go for 2. In the shotgun is Nelson Compere. Compere going to run it to the right side, sees a gap, tries to shoot it, diving through, but he's going to get stopped short. Another goal line stand there on the conversion by the Grizzlies, but regardless, 6-0. 6-0, Sharks with the lead, 8:42 to go in the first quarter.
Hold on. There's the man who scored the touchdown right there. That touchdown brought to you by Exotic Peas. Let me get my sheet out and tell you all about them. Exotic Peas, painting, pressure cleaning, property maintenance, rehabilitation in Titusville, Florida. Give them a call at 321-387-8387. Based out of Titusville, Florida. For all your interior and exterior paintings, rehabilitation, give Exotic Peas a call.
As here comes the kickoff. They're going to go for the onside. And it's recovered by the Grizzlies, but they saw the big return on the first try and said, we'll switch it up. It looked like kind of caught him off guard there for a moment, but it bounces to the up man. And just like the first drive for the Grizzlies, they started at the 50-yard line. The thing is, the Grizzlies have run 2 plays of offense and fumbled away to the Sharks on both of them, 1 for a touchdown. So we'll see if the Sharks defense can keep up the momentum and keep the pressure on the Grizzlies.
Something to make note of. The Grizzlies have on paper, they have a decent-sized roster. I think I've counted, let's see, there's 11 on the field, 12, 13, 14. I count 14 players for the Grizzlies, and it looks like possibly number 15 might be just walking over onto the field. They came from Brunswick, Georgia.
Full backfield. Quarterback rolling to the right, trying to cut back, shifting, his man in the way, and he's going to stay up and get dropped for a loss by number 8, Grady Pizarro. The carry by Demarion Hayes, and we got whistles. Timeout, Grizzlies.
With
8:28 to go in quarter number 1. First time out of the game by the Grizzlies here, and offensively, they got negative net yards and 2 turnovers already. Something's got to change.
And look, you know, we don't know who's all here for the Grizzlies. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying when you look at their roster from the beautiful EAFL website, there's a lot of names. And currently we have we'll count him getting dressed, 15 players.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to travel from Georgia. Some things could have come up for a bunch of players. You can't make the trip down. I mean, yeah,
right. You know, the thing about adult minor league football is all these guys have full-time jobs. Most of these, all if not most, have full-time jobs that they have to do trying to get to practice. And then, you know, not all of them have reliable transportation to get the whole team to do a game at one time. Some of these guys, like you said, are driving all the way from down Georgia now. You know, you don't know what way they took, what traffic. There's a lot of factors.
That play, last one, went for a loss of 4 as they give Dante Elmore the turnover chain for the Sharks. 2nd down and 14. The run right up the middle. Good burst of acceleration there by the running back. Gets him a great gain, Morris DeMary. And finally, positive yards for the Grizzlies. Sets them up for 3rd down and manageable. It's about a 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 42-yard line. 3rd down and 4. 2-back split. They give it to, looks like the fullback pushing forward. He'll be just short of the line to gain. That was number 34, Richard Cash. And he is listed as the fullback. Something I know Logan would talk about if he were here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Loves the fullback position. But, I mean, this team looks like they utilize quarterback, running back, and fullback all in equal ways there.
Hey, I agree with them. You know, look, when I first started watching football, I chose the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as my team. And at that time, we had Mike Allstott, A-Train. I mean, he watching him would make you love watching the fullback position, just a running brick wall, as I called him.
4th down and 1, a big 4th down here for the Grizzlies. Turn, give to the running back. He pushes through, reaches forward. Immediate talk from both sides. And I believe he got the 1st down. We'll see. Yes, he does. 1st down, Grizzlies on a gain of just enough by Morris DeMary. First down and 10. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 37-yard line. There's a gain of 5 on the last carry. As the Sharks showing blitz, they'll bring it. Hayes trying to escape the pocket, rolling out left, taking off down the sideline. Demarion Hayes with a solid run. Looks like of about 6 or 7.
I think they're going to give him about 7 yards there.
That actually looks like about 8. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 29-yard line. See, the note is the Sharks at the early jump thanks to their defense. Their offense got the ball in prime position and stood up on the goal line. So now with the Grizzlies moving the ball on offense, we'll see how that changes this game. But here midway through the first quarter, it's 6-0 Sharks on the, call it a scoop and score. As they run it right up the middle there, and ooh, what a hit right off the line by the defensive lineman number, it looks like 18, Shane Minnick makes the play and keeps them short of it. 3rd down and 1 for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 28.
Though I will say, offensively for the Sharks, I like their willingness to keep committed to the run. Look, you got a team that's very short when it comes to replacements. You can wear a team down in overtime if your defense can keep playing good football and keeping them out of the end zone. That could work out to your favor.
5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 1, Grizzlies at the Sharks' 28-yard line. I think you're right, Caleb, but I like it more when their offense we saw in their last game. They just integrate the pass when it's needed. Pass, the toss, cuts back through one defender, trying to push forward. The ball comes out again, and it's a 3rd fumble recovery for the defense. He's got blockers in front, and for the 3rd time in the first quarter, it's a fumble recovery by the Sharks. This one by Robbie Spoonhauer. 1st down, Sharks. And what a play by Spoonhauer in the defense there as he was trying to get that second effort going. And ball gets punched out, scooped up, and ran with. It didn't take long for the Sharks to get back on offense. You turn this drive into points, and you're up by 2 possessions in the first quarter.
I love watching a defense that can create turnovers.
Whistles and the Grizzlies having to take their 2nd time out of the first quarter with 4:40 to go in the quarter.
This is what you call a rah-rah timeout. The coach is going to try to fire up his players. Hey, forget that mentality. What you shouldn't forget is our wonderful sponsors, and I'll go and play a video that show all of our sponsors. There's Orleans Bistro and Bar in Titusville, Pier 220 Restaurant and Bar in Titusville, Bird Dog Pet Supplies, Exotic Peas Exterior and Interior House Painting, and Michelle Mulick, family law attorney.
So if you look at the Grizzlies coming in, their 3-4 record, they beat the Hawks 48-0. They lost to the Falcons 22-8. They lost to the Raiders 27-0. They beat the Colts 40-0. They beat the Sharks earlier this season 16-6. So there's something to note. Sharks already tying their score of 6 in the first quarter. Something we saw with them in one of their last games when they played a team for the second time where they played completely different. The Sharks seem to be peaking at the right time. A good carry there by Nelson Compere for chunk yardage on first down. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. But yeah, as I said, I mean, you're seeing this team start to maybe peak at the right time. Definitely improvement over the season, especially come playoff time. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Sharks at the Grizzlies' 43-yard line.
Hey, again, when you're dealing with the situation the Sharks are, it's a good idea.
Trying to spin back, get any freedom here. Defense is all over the runner, Cameron Harris. The name on his jersey, C4.
He certainly is C4 explosive.
Defense had a perfect counter for it, though, on that one. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 on a loss of 6. Perfect coverage on defense there. 3rd down and 8, Sharks at the Grizzlies' 48. I don't think the Sharks have taken and played this whole game on their own side of the field, as these turnovers the defense has forced has put them in prime position every drive so far. Showing blitz defensively. Compare drops back to pass. Rolling out right, looking for help. Lofts one over, and coming down for the ball was Harris. And it's incomplete. And the punt team heading out for the Sharks. So, you know, there's pluses and minuses. Big plus for them so far. Defensively, 3 turnovers forced. The only drawback to that is the only touchdown was the defensive touchdown. It's offensively they haven't been able to score yet. They got down to the 1-yard line. This drive didn't move at all, really. So we'll see if the defense can keep doing what they're doing, because at this rate, a shutout shouldn't be too hard to get.
6-0, 3:06 left to go here in quarter number 1.
So 4th down and 8, getting set to punt is Eddie Dufresne. Here it comes. Dufresne gets the kick away. It's a spiral boot down to the goal line. They take it for a return. Here come the Grizzlies trying to get it to the left side of the field, cutting up the middle, trying to spin back. And he's going down at about the 25, so about a 25-yard return by number 3. And, well, with all the players we got on this roster, no number 3.
That might be that might be Grayson Farmer.
Yep. Well, either way, number 3 on the punt return for a solid one. 1st down and 10, Grizzlies at their own 25. Number 1 goal for this drive seems self-explanatory, but hold on to the football.
Yes.
You can say it, make it sound obvious, but it has been a struggle early on, no matter how long your drive is.
3 drives, 3 fumbles.
And if you are going to fumble, fall on it. Somebody. So 1st down and 10, Grizzlies at their own 25. And you can make the same point they were making about the Sharks or the Grizzlies. Maybe try passing the ball, putting it in the air, seeing what you get out of it. First down and 10, Grizzlies run straight up the middle by the big fullback once again, number 24. Or 34, rather, Richard Cash. For a solid gain on 1st down, bring up about a 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 at their own 29-yard line. Second down and 6. Grizzlies with a handoff, looking to the near side, and he gets tripped up in the backfield by number 8, Grady Pizarro. The carry by Morris DeMary. And it's going to bring up third down and still 6 for the Grizzlies. 1:51 to go in quarter number 1. Score on the top of your screen, Sharks 6, Grizzlies 0, with playoff implications most definitely on the line.
Speaking of tripping, don't get tripping when it comes to time to decide what you want for dinner. Go with Orleans Bistro and Bar in Titusville. If you're looking for a fun-filled time, come down to Orleans Bistro and Bar. They have Cajun food and everything else for everyone in the entire family. Come on down to Orleans Bistro and Bar.
Third down and 6. They're looking to pass, going deep. Great throw, and it's going to be hauled in for a big gain. A gain of 41 yards. First down, Grizzlies to the Sharks 30 with a minute to go in the first quarter. And what did I just say? Go to the pass, and that quarterback's got an arm.
He does, and you know what? He put it where his guy was going to go get it, and that was a want to. That was a, I'm running under it. It's in my breadbasket. Thank you very much.
41-yard completion from Demarion Hayes to number 3. First down, Grizzlies to the Sharks' 30-yard line. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Run straight to the middle by the fullback. He breaks free. He's not going down easy, as it takes half the defense to bring down Richard Cash. And now the Grizzlies inside the red zone for the first time. First down and 10 to the Sharks' 12. 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. First down and 10. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 12. We'll see if they get a playoff here before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it seems like they're taking their time. 3 seconds.
And that'll do it for the first quarter here from Vieira Regional Park. It's been an entertaining one. 6-0 Sharks lead on a defensive touchdown by Dante Elmore. And with that, we head to quarter number 2. Sharks with a 6-0 advantage while the Grizzlies are driving.
While Jackson gets his drink, this will give me an opportunity time to tell you about our great sponsors. Pier 220. Let me get there. There we go. Pier 220. Open since December of 2018, Pier 220 is named after the exit number off of I-95, making it easier for visitors to find. At Pier 220, they offer fresh seafood in a relaxing environment with a beautiful view right over the water in Titusville. For more information, check out their awesome website at www.pier220.com or give them a call at 321-269-0007. Also, why not talk about Michelle Mulick, family law attorney. Michelle Mulick believes in integral part of family law practice is to work closely with their clients so that they can make the right decisions with respect to their legal needs. For any consultation, no matter how complex, give her a call at 321-567-3477 or find her online at www.mulkfamilylaw.com.
As we start the second quarter, it's first down and 10 inside the red zone for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 12-yard line. Quick handoff and a quick tackle by Lorenzo McDowell on Morris DeMary. Just as quickly as it was handed off, he was brought down for the loss. That'll bring up second down and long for the Grizzlies. Second down. And it looks like about 13 now for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 15.
That ray of sunshine breaking through the clouds. Could that be the ray of sunshine the Grizzlies need right here?
There they go, second down and 13. Handoff to the fullback, Richard Cash. Straight through the middle of that offensive and defensive line, getting through for a solid gain. That'll bring up third down and long still for the Grizzlies here. And after a drive this long, got to turn into some points. I don't know what the kicking situation's like for them. I know in the last game we saw here with this team, the team that they faced had a very good kicker. And you can see how much that can change the game. So don't know the situation yet for the Grizzlies. So I guess we'll see soon if a field goal is even an option or a thought in their mind, as it's 3rd down and 10 for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 12-yard line inside the red zone, the Pier 220 red zone. Hayes, hands off up the middle again. Richard Cash flicks it back to Hayes. Hayes with space down the right sideline. He's going to turn the corner and get just brought down short of the end zone. What a play by the Grizzlies. Cash seemed dead to rights at the line of scrimmage. He flicks it back. Hayes sees a wide open run down the sideline. And that's going to get him a 1st down and goal at the 2-yard line.
I don't know how that just happened.
Well,
normally when plays like that happen, disaster follows. Normally on that toss, either someone, the intended person being tossed to doesn't receive the ball, or that's when chaos usually happens. So the fact that worked, and he had 2 blockers ahead of him.
Well, what we've seen the whole game is the entire defense is needed to take down Mr. Cash, so they're all flocking to him with the ball. That leaves the right side of the field completely wide open, and in that case, he just took it and ran with it, literally. 1st down and goal. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 2-yard line. As high snap, a direct snap to a new back, number 9 it looked like. Then the Sharks are saying the ball came out again. All right, ball carrier was down. I believe it was Josh Bradley with the direct snap and push. It'll be 2nd down and goal at the 2. Second down and goal, Grizzlies. Once again, straight up the middle, number 9 with the carry. And he's going to be short again. Josh Bradley again on the carry. Sharks defense coming up clutch here at the goal line.
Again, the Grizzlies are in that Pier 220 red zone. Find it in Titusville off of exit 220.
Here we go, 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line. Richard Cash straight up the middle. The fullback is in, and the Grizzlies are on the board for the touchdown. And it's number 34, Richard Cash, making the play for the Grand Isles Grizzlies to tie this game up at 6.
I love the commitment to the run with 10:50 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. That commitment to that run, that fullback is hard to bring down. You need the entire defense to bring him down.
Well, this looks like to answer my question about the kicking situation. They're going for 2. So not confident, most likely, unless they just want to go for 2 here. So Grizzlies are going to go for 2 to try and take the lead here. And here comes a 2-point conversion try, straight to Richard Cash, whistles, flags, and a false start. So this will make this conversion much harder now for the Grizzlies, as they were looking for a direct snap to Richard Cash. So it's now going to be the conversion try from about the 7-yard line for the Grizzlies to try and take the lead here early on in the 2nd quarter. Whistles again. Delay of game now on the Grizzlies. And this conversion is now going to look more like a touchdown than a 2-point conversion, because they're going to have to dial up The play putting them back outside the 10-yard line.
I want to say that's going to be the 12 because the two-point conversion starts from the 2-yard line. Back them up 10 yards.
2-point conversion, try number 3 now for the Grizzlies from the 12-yard line. They're going to go to pass. Hayes, quick strike over the middle. It's incomplete. And our score stays all tied up here with 10:50 to go in quarter number 2. Now 6-6 as the Grizzlies, well, see what happens when they don't fumble the football. They get in for a touchdown.
Again, we like to thank our sponsors here. Orlando Bistro and Bar, Pier 220, Bird Dogs Pet Supplies, Exotic Peas, and Michelle Mulk. Let's say a little bit about Orleans Bar and Bistro. If you're looking for a fun-filled time, come down to Orleans Bistro and Bar. They have a great Cajun food, burgers, wings, steaks, live music on Friday and Saturdays, daily happy hour, and menu items sure to please the entire family. Hang out at the Bayou Bar for pool, darts, and even watch your favorite teams play. We'll put them up one more time. There it is, Orleans Bistro and Bar. I don't know. I could go for some good wings. You're not allowed to say what you had for dinner because they are not a sponsor.
As the Grizzlies get set to kick off for the first time tonight.
All right. There's
there
11.
Go. I was going to say, the Grizzlies are missing one here.
You and I started at the same time, just like, wait, do they?
As there's a nice kickoff end over end, bouncing down at the 20. Takes a stop there on the turf, and it'll be returned now by C4 for the Sharks. And he pushes forward for about a 10-yard return. That's Cameron Harris. And the Sharks will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30. And say that at their own, that's the first time I've had to say that about the Sharks tonight.
Yeah.
The entire first quarter, they played off of the turnovers in Grizzlies territory every time. So we'll see how they operate now, starting on their own side of the field.
This drive sponsored by Bird Dogs Pet Supplies. Bird Dogs is your source for natural pet food, pet treats, pet supplements, and pet supplies. Shop online or in store for your favorite brand. Information is at the bottom of your screen.
1st down and 10. Sharks at their own 30. Stacking the right side of this line. They're going to go for the jet sweep reverse play. Trying to cut it upfield. It's only be about a gain of 1 for C.T. Jaley.
Nice crowd on hand here for adult minor league football.
Yeah. Don't know if anyone traveled from Georgia. Most likely have some viewers from Georgia.
If you're watching on the Brevard Sports Network, we are an interactive broadcast. Comment, let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from.
Here comes rolling out right. Compare with a throw, and the slant popped up in the air. A dangerous play there as he was looking for C.T. Jaley. And if that DB wasn't going for the tackle and was watching that ball, that one could have been a pick.
And with the speed we saw there on that acceleration, that just might have been a pick 6.
And it's going to be timeout number 1 of the half for the Sharks. With 9:50 to go in the second quarter. It's only the first time out of the half for them.
There's Exotic Peas and M&M. Let me finish my read here for Michelle Mulk. That is exactly what you get with Michelle Mulk. Sometimes you simply need an explanation of the law or some guidance, and sometimes you need a complete and aggressive representation. However basic or complex your needs may be, she is here to help you. You may contact her at 321-567-3477 or find her online at www.mulkfamilylaw.com.
So here comes 3rd down and 10 for the Sharks. Well, I think it should be 2nd down and 10. Sharks at their own 30. Compare drops back to pass again. Stepping up, airing it out down the middle of the field. Has a man open. Tipped, caught with one hand down the sideline. 20-10. Cutting back for a 70-yard touchdown, Sharks. What a play off the tip drill for the touchdown. Nelson Compare to Lorenzo McDowell, and the Sharks take the lead.
Wow, that is the second craziest catch I've seen on this field from this Sharks team.
Well, that one not only got tipped by McDowell, then he followed it, caught it with one hand, and just took off defense. And then he makes a juke at the 5-yard line, breaks a tackle, and that's a 70-yard touchdown from Compare to McDowell to put the Sharks in the lead.
Wow. You never know what you'll see on these fields. Tyler, Mick, thanks for the shout out, buddy. You also got Leo. Will do. And Ed Dufresne is here saying that the Sharks very much appreciate Tyler, Mick for allowing them to use the field and helping us set up.
2-point conversion try here, rolling out right to throw. Pass batted down there at the goal line by number 7. There's 2 number 7s. One's listed as a wide receiver, so I'm going to guess that was Brandon McMullen. But with that, the Sharks jump ahead 12-6 on a 70-yard tip drill completion and a run for a touchdown from Nelson Compare to Lorenzo McDowell midway through quarter number 2. .9:36 to go in quarter number 2, and the Sharks jump ahead. It was a great throw initially, and then as it floated, it turned into double and triple coverage. So when that ball went up in the air, McDowell had to get it off the tip, take off for it, and it wasn't a walk into the end zone. Made a juke at the 5-yard line, cut back. As Sharks getting ready to kick off here after their touchdown.
Leo Turkios says, shout out to the Grizzlies.
And Eddie Dufresne kicks it off. It'll be received and returned by the Grizzlies. Number 6 splits a gap, turns it upfield, has space to the right side, breaks a tackle almost. And a good job finishing the play by Shane DeRowan. It'll be first down, Grizzlies at their own 44 off the return by Morris DeMary. One good thing about these clouds is blocking the sun.
Yes.
9 minutes, 27 seconds.
I can see clear. Never mind. I don't want to get us copyrighted. Nor does anyone want to hear me sing, so we're good. All right, I'm done. I promise.
First down and 10, Grizzlies at their own 44-yard line. First down. Grizzlies following the Sharks touchdown. It's going to be a run to DeMary, and he's barely going to get a yard, if that, on the run. Great defensive front by the Sharks.
Little scrum at the bottom of the pile, and someone's down.
And as we have this injury timeout here.
Here at the Brevard Sports Network, we don't show injuries. We don't speculate. I know I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Trust me when I tell you I'm not a doctor. Player is back up and walking off under his own power, slapping the field as he was getting up. So I can only imagine that's some intense pain he was in.
And that's the running back that was injured on that one, Morris DeMary. And they give him a gain of 2 on that. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Grizzlies at their own 46-yard line.
D. Jackson leading that Sharks defense out onto the field again. First one out there, ready to go.
Second down and 8 here for the Grizzlies. 2 backs there. Turn, give, straight up the middle. That's a solid carry there for the. It's about a gain of 4 for the Grizzlies. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now at the 50-yard line. Whistles, and then that'll be the final Grizzlies timeout here in the first half.
8:05 left to go here in the first half.
And this timeout comes ahead of a 3rd and short for the Grizzlies here at the 50-yard line, trailing by 6.
While we have this timeout, let's again thank our sponsors, Bird Dogs Pet Supply, Exotic Peas, Michelle Mulk, Pier 220, and Orleans Bistro and Bar. Exotic Peas for the best quality painting in Brevard. Call Exotic Peas at 321-387-8364, or you can also check out their work on Facebook at Exotic Peas, or email them today at exoticpeasllc@gmail.com. That's why.
Third down, they're looking to roll it out left, taking the carry now, push it towards the line to gain, reaches for it. A little talk after the play. Carry by Demarion Hayes. Hayes upset about something.
He was upset at how he was tackled. He didn't appreciate being drugged, essentially.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Either way, it's a first down for the Grizzlies. Player coming off the field in a little bit of discomfort for the Sharks. It's Grady Pizarro. First down, Grizzlies at the Sharks' 44-yard line. Split backs here. Hayes gets the snap, rolls out right again. He's getting chased. Hayes turns the corner down the sideline, and he's still in bounds, pushing forward inside the 30.
What made that play possible is the line let D. Jackson. He came rushing too far upfield, and with there being nobody else behind him, once he gave up the sideline.
Whistles here, and I believe, well, since the Grizzlies are out of timeouts, that'd be the second timeout of the half for the Sharks.
Yes. Timeout called by the Sharks with 6:44 left to go in the first half. And while we have a segment, I'd like to continue to throw our sponsors and partners up. There's Orleans Bistro and Bar, Exotic Peas, Michelle Mulk, family law attorney, Pier 220, Bird Dog Pet Supplies. Thank you to all the partners who made it possible for Brevard Sports Network to come out and bring you all of this great action.
As we come back out here out of the timeout, it's first down and 10. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 32-yard line. Another great drive setting up now by the Grizzlies offense. Off good starting field position. Handoff right up the middle. Richard Cash, the fullback, pushes for a solid gain. A gain of 5. Second down and 5. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 27-yard line.
For those who hopped on, again, waiting for the Fort Pierce Bengals playoff game. Game has been pushed to 7 o'clock. So in the meantime, stay here and enjoy this great action in the Elite American Football League.
Second down and 5. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 27. Hayes rolls right, trying to cut it upfield. He will not be able to, as the ball gets ripped from him, but the play was whistled dead before that was able to happen. As his forward progress was stopped, and carrier was Demarion Hayes once again. The clouds breaking up here, sun's starting to break through.
As much as I'd like to see the sunshine, let's hope it stays behind the clouds so it doesn't cloud the viewers' view.
I think we'll have more clouds coming.
But the rain needs to stay away, though.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that the rain has stayed away for the most part.
And whistles here. Flags come out, and I think this is going to be a delay of game. Possibly. And the delay of game on the Grizzlies makes it third down and 10, right back where they started.
Pre-snap penalties will kill you every time, Jackson.
And we saw that with the Sharks in the case last time, as the run right up the middle there by Richard Cash won't get anywhere. And, you know, the Sharks were having a hard time with him earlier on, but now not really too big of a threat right now. And that's going to bring up fourth down and 8 for the Grizzlies here in Sharks territory. Getting later in the second quarter. We'll see if they switch up strategy and go for it here. Looks like they will.
Rolling up on about 4 minutes left to go here in the half.
Fourth down and about 9 for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 30-yard line. Hayes drops back, looking, throwing, firing deep, has a man there! And a great catch on fourth down and long for the Grizzlies. Touchdown, a 31-yard pass for the score. As this game, a lot of running plays, but it's the passing plays that's getting it done. Demarion Hayes finds his receiver. Try and get the number there. He finds...
Come on, turn around. Number 17.
Oh, I believe it's the man running off the field, number 6 or 8. It's either Morris DeMary or Tremaine Eves. Can't see if that 6 hooks down and connects for an 8 or if it's still a 6. But either DeMary or Eves make a big 31-yard catch from Hayes. And the run from Richard Cash, the fullback for 2, puts the Grizzlies ahead for the first time tonight, 14-12. Here late in the first half.
Wow. That was just great pass, great catch.
That's what I've been saying all night. You get some good pass plays in there. That's what will really get you some points on the board. And that one, a 30-plus yard completion from Demarion Hayes to his receiver, which I believe was number 6, Morris DeMary. 4 minutes to go in the first half, 14-12. The Grizzlies lead a tight first half. Another great game here from Vieira Regional Park on the Brevard Sports Network. We'll have more action, playoff action, coming to you in about 15 minutes with Alan Zolderzinski and the Fort Pierce Bengals.
That drive brought to you by Bird Dogs Pet Supplies. Information at the bottom of your screen. Bird Dogs is your source for natural pet food, pet treats, pet supplies, and pet supplements. Shop online, visit them at www.birddogs.com, or to shop in person, find them at 6225 US 1, Port St. John, Cocoa area.
So this may be the last drive of the first half. If the Sharks can sustain it with 4 minutes to go, they trail by 2. That boot aiming for the sideline, bounces down and out. That'll be a flag on the kick out of bounds. So the penalty will go on the Grizzlies, which was an interesting kick. I mean, it was aimed towards the sideline. It just, I don't know.
I think that was meant to be an onside kick, and there was maybe a little too much power because it seemed like one of those little pop-up ones, and you gave it a little, I think, stronger kick than he intended, and it went out of bounds, which is an illegal procedure penalty.
15 yards from where it went out.
We're being told 15 yards from where it went out.
So that's a big,
Yeah, it is.
big implication. Well, that looks like they mark it off as more like 5 or 10 yards here.
Yeah, 15 plus where it went out of bounds.
First down and 10. Sharks now in this drive starting in great territory at the 50-yard line. As now they're going to back up the Sharks.
It went out on the 31, so it's 15 plus the 31 is 46.
Okay.
As they tack on the 15 yards. So now the Sharks will start at their own 46-yard line. First down and 10. Grizzlies hold the 2-point lead. Sharks going to drop back to pass here. Compare over the middle of the field, high for his receiver, looking for Shane Derone. Incomplete. That'll make it second down and 10. Sharks at their own 46.
3:50 left to go here in the half. Coming up at halftime, well, absolutely nothing. Maybe if I can convince Jackson, he'll go on the field and do a dance for y'all. And I am getting an emphatic no. You can't see the camera shaking, but he is shaking no. About ready to punch me. But, you know.
Second down and 10 for the Sharks now at their own 46-yard line. Get them to jump early. Free play. Pass is tipped and incomplete, but it was a free play. It's going to be an offsides, but quarterback yelling at his receiver because, well, when the flag came down, he just stood there and waited, and they're like, free play, I need you to go.
Keep running.
Because the quarterback was rolling to his side, and he's standing there looking around. That could have been the deep route they needed.
The other quarterback, number 13, Derek McLean, is also yelling at his receivers, free play, run.
But with the free play, now it's going to be second down and 5 for the Sharks in Grizzlies territory at the Grizzlies' 49-yard line. Second down and 5 now. Quick dump pass. It is dropped on the underneath pass from Compere. Compere was looking for his receiver, Shane Minnick. And it was bobbled and dropped. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, and it's third down and 5. Sharks at the Grizzlies' 49-yard line. Third down and 5. Sharks at the Grizzlies 49, trailing by 2. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, or in the second quarter. Compere looking deep to pass. Has a man open. He just overthrows Shane Derone. And the whole drive, the Sharks went all pass for the first time, and it is going to result in a fourth down and 5 now.
That pass, little off target there. He threw the ball more to the inside of the play rather than more towards the sideline, and that made it harder for his receiver to cut back inside there on double coverage. When you got double coverage like that, you'd like to see you go more to the sideline. That way, should your guy get an opportunity at it, it's either he's getting it or it's being, dropped out of bounds.
Well, it's hard. I mean, they've seen the success with the passing game, but I don't think even NFL or college football, an all-passing drive, you would like to still see run plays as long as the pass is still being sufficient. And on that drive, it just wasn't. But there were, receivers. They just weren't able to move the ball. Fourth down and 5 now as they'll get off the punt. And he gets the punt away through some contact even, and that one's going to bounce all the way down into the end zone for a touchback. And that will bring the Grizzlies out for first and 10 at their own 20. I think if Eddie Dufresne would have fallen down on that one, he would have gotten a nice penalty and a first down.
Right.
I'll tell you that because that one was a harder hit, and he's just stood there, which, kudos to him showing his strength. But punting the ball, and he came in hot, too. That could have been a roughing, which either way, running into or roughing, it was only a 4th and 5. So,
Look, you and I talked about it last time we were here. Kickers, learn to take a hit and make it look brutal to at least get the penalty.
Especially when you're within 5 yards of needing the first.
Right.
Any penalty will get you the first.
Look, we'll resume.
First down and 10 now. Grizzlies at their own 20. Run right up the middle for no gain or minimal gain there. In there for the tackles, number 3 and number 43, Robbie Spoonhour and Aaron Bradley, 2 players who both have a turnover in the game. As you know, kudos to the Grizzlies. The whole second quarter, no turnovers here. They've hopefully, for their sake, put the fumbles in the past. But
hey, and even though they're losing the turnover battle, they're still winning by 2.
And that just means their defense is playing extremely well as well. Second down and 9 for the Grizzlies at their own 21. See, now I'm okay with the sun coming out because it's actually a little chilly up here. Hayes turns, play fakes, going to keep it himself right up the middle of the field, and he's going to tumble forward for a solid gain near the line to gain. Again, that's Demarion Hayes. Just short of the line to gain. And Hayes is staying down on this one.
And look, for the Sharks, be lucky, is that Nate Young, number 10? Be lucky he brought him down from behind, because if not, he's still probably running, because he had one blocker blocking the safety down here downfield.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, with Hayes coming off now, that's one of their most electric players we've seen, biggest playmakers for them. He's going to have to come off the field now. And we'll see how that changes the offense of the Grizzlies here with 3rd down and 2. And the thing is, with as little subs as they have as well, can't really sustain any injuries. 3rd down and 2 for the Grizzlies at their own 28-yard line. Here it is, run up the middle, breaks a tackle, cutting back, and it'll be 1st down Grizzlies with number 6, Morris DeMary. Up past the 35 to the 36 is a gain of 7 and a 1st down Grizzlies.
Hey, look, when DeMary can hold on to the ball, he's probably the most electric back on this field. I mean, he shifts side to side, stop and go.
He caught that deep 30-yard touchdown from Hayes. Now 1st down and 10. DeMary again running to the far side, trying to cut back. And he gets a decent gain there. Gain of about 5 or 4. 2nd down and 6. Grizzlies at their own 40. One thing he does do is dance side to side a lot, which can be good if you have an opening to find, but if not, you can waste some time. 1 minute to go and counting here in the 1st half. Grizzlies are out of timeouts. They have 2nd and 6 at their own 40. I would say go for some deeper passes, but you got your quarterback on the sideline with that injury, unless he's come back in since, which he might have. 2nd down and 6. Grizzlies at their own 40. Hayes is back in the game, and he drops back, rolling out right, flicking his receivers downfield. Blitz coming, throws back in the middle of the field. It's incomplete. His receiver was coming back to the ball. 25 seconds to go in the 1st half. 3rd down and 6.
The Grizzlies are calling for a roughing the passer hit after he was thrown. But these refs said, we don't agree.
Looks like the Clouds have switched directions. They were all moving this way. Now they've completely switched, and now they're all moving the other way. I don't know if that means the winds have switched, but what I do know is it means the sun shall go away for a few more minutes.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6. Grizzlies at their own 40. Under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. No timeouts, so they're definitely, I would think, go right back to the passing game. But they do lead by 2. But they won't get the ball after halftime. That'll belong to the Sharks. So we'll see what the plan is here with Demarion Hayes in the gun, with the fullback right next to him, Richard Cash. 3rd down and 6. Hayes will drop back, looking deep over the middle of the field. Blitz coming again. Escapes, throwing on the run, right down the sideline, going deep. Nobody there but a defender, and it'll be intercepted by Cameron Harris for the 4th turnover of the game, forced by the Sharks defense in the 1st half. 12 seconds to go in the 1st half off the interception by Cameron Harris, and the Sharks will get the ball after halftime as well.
So you know what? Honestly, if I'm the Sharks right now, you take a knee. Take a knee, go down, go make your adjustments, and then get the ball to start the 2nd half. But
I mean, they'll take over at their own 19-yard line. 1st down and 10 Sharks off the interception by Cameron Harris.
as Vince Lombardi used to say, when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
So we'll see what the play call is here. Compares in the shotgun, trips to the near side. I think they might be going deep here First down and 10, Sharks at their own 19-yard line. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Compare will drop back. Looking to the near side. Spins through a sack, and he'll take it at the last moment there. And I believe that'll run out the first half.
Halftime.
And that will take us to halftime here from Vieira Regional Park. Our score, a good one, as the Golden Isles Grizzlies lead the East Coast Sharks 14-12. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes here for the start of the second half.
All right, just before everyone gets on going, let's go ahead and take you to our sponsors. Orleans Bistro and Bar. You're looking for a good, fun-filled time, come down to Orleans Bistro and Bar. Exotic Peas, exterior, interior painting, Exotic Peas a call. Michelle Mulk, family law attorney. Pier 220. And Bird Dogs Pet Supplies. All right, folks, we will be back with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Your halftime score: Grand Isles Grizzlies 14, the East Coast Sharks 12.
Welcome back, everybody, live here to Vieira Regional Park and the Brevard Sports Network. Saturday night, semi-pro football. I'm Jackson Robb. First half was a close one. For the Sharks, there's good and bad with it. The good news is defensively, they forced 4 turnovers. The bad side of it is they're trailing currently by 2. 14-12 the lead is for the Grizzlies from Grand Isles, Brunswick, Georgia.
Yep.
So yeah, defensively, the Sharks have done pretty well. Offensively, haven't been able to get some good drives together. One of those touchdowns is defensively. And then their other touchdown's a 70-yard tip drill pass. So they've scored in very unconventional ways. Hasn't been a 1-yard run up the middle.
They got stopped at the goal line on their opening possession.
Yeah, that's looking to be interesting down the line. Remember, this game, a lot of playoff implications. The Sharks really need to win these next 2 games. Good kick return by the Sharks up the middle, trying to get around the edge, push into the 50-yard line, and that's where he'll be brought down. It's number 7, C.T. Jaley. We've seen a lot of great kick returns in this game, and a lot of them that look like they could go all the way, but the second level of kick coverage has been able to stop a few of these.
Yeah, the weather's good here in Brevard County. Well, down in Fort Pierce, well, that's they've built a swimming pool onto Khalil Mack Field.
First down and 10, Sharks at their own 49-yard line to start the second half. They trail by 2.
This drive brought to you by Exotic Peas, interior and exterior painting.
As Carey straight up the middle, pushing forward for a solid gain by Nelson Compare. Their last drive before the half was all passes. They come out here to start the second half, running the football once again. And they start with a gain of, I think, 9. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Sharks at the Grizzlies 42. Second down, Compare drops back, passes over the top, had a man wide open with room to run, and it's overthrown. He was looking for Grady Pizarro. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Sharks at the Grizzlies 42. Not only was he open, he had all the grass to run in front of him.
I want to say, he's gone.
And that's the thing with Compare. He's that guy's open, it's just overthrown every time, which is good to have a good arm. But you got to be able to pinpoint those receivers in stride. 3rd down and 1, Sharks at the Grizzlies 42-yard line.
Compare, though, I believe not the normal quarterback. Normally you see number 13, Derek McClain, out there.
Compare's been out there the last 2 games, so it should have been the only ones I've seen this year. 3rd down and 1. Straight up the middle goes Nelson Compare, fighting into the second level for the first down. That'll be first down, Sharks. First down and 10. Sharks to the Grizzlies 37-yard line here on the opening drive of the second half. As here comes the carry again by Compare to the near side, trying to run through a man, but he's not going to get anywhere there. Good stand up there by the Grizzlies defense to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Tremaine Eves was there on the stop.
Second down and 9 now for the Sharks in Grizzlies territory. Run with a hole straight up the middle. dragging defenders with him. That's going to get him up near the first down. It's Cameron Harris on the carry for the Sharks.
That's a Michelle Mulk family law attorney first down. Michelle Mulk believes an integral part of any family law practice is working closely with their clients so that they can make the best decisions with respect to their legal needs.
Here, first down and 10, Sharks to the Grizzlies' 25-yard line. A great opening drive here. Harris turning a corner, cutting upfield, spins back with space. Running forward once again is Cameron Harris making plays for the Sharks. He's going to bring up second down and short. Second down and short for the Sharks, now inside the red zone. As here comes the run right up the middle again by Compere, pushing through, still fighting down inside the 10 for the first down once again for the Sharks. It'll be first and goal coming up. And it'll be Grizzlies with their first time out of the third quarter.
10:51 left to go in the third.
10-5-1.
And while we have a timeout, we'll let you take a look at our partners and sponsors. All their information, where they're located, how you can get in touch with them. Pier 220 Seafood and Grill. Bird Dog Pet Supplies. Oh. The wind is really starting to pick up here. And somehow Jackson didn't lose his drink. So they are inside the, let's give a shout out there to Pier 220 Red Zone.
First down and goal coming up for the Sharks at the Grizzlies 4. They're going to run it. Mohamed Daris right up the middle for a little to no gain there. Good defensive front play by the Grizzlies. Second down and goal. Sharks now at the 4-yard line here, trying to take the lead on the opening drive of the second half. As pushing through the line, falling just short of the goal line. There was the Sharks again. Third down and goal at the 1-yard line now for the East Coast Sharks, looking for an opening drive touchdown of the second half for the lead.
Saw D. Jackson there trying to tell, hey, you know, let's hurry this up a little bit. Let's go right back at him.
Here we go. Third and goal at the 1. Mohamed Daris pushing through. And it is going to be short once again at the goal line as the Grizzlies looking for their second goal line stand of the night.
The Grizzlies are getting a great push off the football. They're winning the line of scrimmage there at the goal line. Lower man wins. I mean, that's what football comes down to. The lower you can get, bigger probability you have of winning that push.
Yeah, the low man always wins there on the line of scrimmage. Fourth down and goal at the 1 for the Sharks. They got stopped here once before. Let's see if they're more successful this time. Nelson Compere runs to the left side, breaks a tackle, And on 4th and goal, it's a touchdown for the Sharks. Nelson Compere puts them ahead on the opening drive of the second half. And as I said, coming out of half, they've scored unusually every time, everything but a 1-yard run, and that one is a 1-yard run by Nelson Compere to put the Sharks back ahead now 18-14 pending the extra point, which will be a 2-point try.
And that's what you wanted to see from the Sharks. Come out, sustainable drive, continuing to ground and pound that football. Great drive. A couple hiccups here and there, but overall overcame and got into the end zone.
As the 2-point try is going to be stopped. As they tried it with Cameron Harris. 2-point try is no good, but regardless, the Sharks jump back out in front with 8:50 to go in the third quarter, 18-14, thanks to the 1-yard Nelson Compere run on 4th and goal.
That touchdown brought to you by Exotic Peas, interior and exterior painting. Exotic Peas, for the best quality painting in Brevard, call Exotic Peas at 321-387-8364, or you can also check out their work on Facebook at Exotic Peas, or email them today at exoticpeasllc@gmail.com. Sorry, folks, the sun's going to come into your camera view here. There is all of nothing I can do about it. Hey, Apple, if you could like create an attachment filter to like a sunglasses filter for your cameras, that would be awesome. But not charge $100 for it.
No, it'd be $200. Here's the kickoff returned by the Grizzlies with a run down the sideline, pushed out just before the 50. As I said, pretty much every kick return's been that way. But they don't let them go farther than that, so the Grizzlies will take over on their first drive of the second half with 1st down and 10. Now trailing by 4.
Compare. Thank you for letting us know.
So Nelson Compare with the run for the score from 1 yard out.
Look at that. I read it and still screwed it up.
Well, I said I've been saying Compare, so I figured it's probably different. 1st down and 10. Grizzlies at their own 45-yard line. Split backs here. They turn, give straight at the middle. He's tripped up immediately. New back there carrying it.
By the way, thank you, Anthony Boyd, for letting us know on that one.
As his number is very hard to read. Player down for the Grizzlies. The carry was by, I believe, number 26, Winston Dawson. As player down on the turf for the Grizzlies.
It's
8:21 to go in the third quarter.
Looks to be a cramp. 21, 8-2-1. Hey, look, sometimes when it's cloudy like it was today, sometimes you don't think to drink enough water, and even athletes sometimes they think, oh, the sun's not out. It's been raining all day. It won't be as hot, and you get out there, you get sweating, and all of a sudden that water you didn't drink comes back to bite you.
You can't drink today and make it up. You got to drink yesterday.
Right.
Especially with this little subs that they have.
Right. I mean, look, let's not forget. I think I counted 15 or 16 players for the Grizzlies, and player 15 was walking onto the field about 2 drives in. So but They had the lead going into halftime. And the Sharks put together a nice drive, ground and pound football. But so far, the thing I'd be concerned with this close to the playoffs is offensively, you've got to capitalize when the defense gives you opportunities. 4 turnovers and only got points off of one of them. That's not going to help you playoff time. And I'm not saying anything that ownership or the players themselves don't know. And the injured player is being helped, carried off, and not good. We hope whatever it is, we hope it's just a big stinger, and we'll see him back on the field.
Here comes second down. Second down and 8 coming up now for the Grizzlies at their own 47-yard line. Still split backs with Hayes. Hayes will get the snap, turn, give up the middle. Richard Cash, the fullback, pushing forward for a gain of about 3. And that'll bring up third down and 5 for the Grizzlies at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 2 actually now. It's going to be third down and 6 for the Grizzlies at their own 49-yard line. We'll see where they go with. I mean, they've seen some success running. A lot of theirs has actually come through the passing game, so we'll see if they get Demarion Hayes dropping back and throwing one here on third down and 6 to start the second half, trailing by 4. Trailing for the first time since 12-6. Whistles, flags, and this is going to be a delay of game on the Grizzlies, and this will back them up for third and long. It's going to be 3rd and 11 now. That's not what you want to see. That's something we saw the Sharks fall victim to earlier, doing a much better job today with no delay of game turnovers, penalties. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think the Sharks have any penalties yet today.
I concur on that one.
So that delay game, it's 3rd down and 11 for the Grizzlies at their own 39-yard line. 43-yard line. Hayes rolls out left, steps back, airs one out as he gets hit into double coverage, and it's knocked away by Cameron Harris in coverage. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 11 for the Grizzlies on their opening drive of the second half. We haven't seen them punt at all today. So I think they're going to go for it on 4th down and 11 at their own 43-yard line, or 44.
Well, they're calling for a punt.
All right, never mind. Getting set to punt is going to be Winston Dawson for the Grizzlies on 4th down and 11 from their own 44-yard line. Opening drive of the second half, a good defensive stop by the Sharks. Now they have the lead. They can start to open it. It's a fake punt. Dawson running to the near side. He's not going to get anywhere. Is chased down by Grady Pizarro for a stop on the fake punt try on 4th and 11. I was wondering, they're huddling up there discussing something, and it was the fake punt, which does not work. 1st down and 10. It's going to be 1st and 10 Sharks from the Grizzlies 45. Great punt defense by the Sharks to get the ball back on the turnover on downs.
Exactly. 6:45 left to go here in quarter number 3.
Imagine the Sharks score here, get a 2-possession lead for the first time. Things can swing big here with that stop.
Look, the Sharks need to win this week and next week to control what they can control. They need a couple things to fall into place here in order to make the playoffs. It is feasible. They need the Peach State Cobras to lose next week, and they need to pick up the victory the next 2 weeks.
This one they're showing run, compare. He's going to pass. As I say that, two guys blitzing in. Tough ball tipped, intercepted, no one in front of him. And he waves goodbye to the end zone, drops the ball, picks it up. And the pick six for Demarion Hayes puts him ahead.
Yep,
60-plus yard pick six for the Grizzlies to jump ahead. As the pass is tipped, picked, and taken back. Nearly dropped it there at the goal line while taunting.
I was going to say, I thought he was going to drop it and then kick it out the back of the end zone, because that's exactly what that looked like.
Here's all I'll say about that. Talked a lot his whole way to the end zone. You hope that doesn't come back to bite you as a quarterback. That's all I will say. That's a two-point conversion try going to get set up here. The Grizzlies taking the lead back right there. The first turnover of the game for the Sharks proves costly. Now both teams have a defensive touchdown. And the Grizzlies now jumping ahead 20-18 pending an extra point. As direct snap to Richard Cash, the fullback finds a hole and walks it in for the two-point conversion, and it is good for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies jump ahead 22-18. Midway through the third quarter.
And look, I don't know what's going on, but all I can say is there is turmoil on that sideline right now of the Sharks.
What it just seems like is the quarterback compared seems distraught after a pick six. I mean, it can be hard on the quarterback there, but the team over there just kind of coordinators and everybody calming him down, saying, you're good. You know, leave that one in the past. I mean, you're looking at only one turnover on the game versus 4 for the Grizzlies. So they're just trying to, I think, calm him down, keep him confident, because it can be a mental game.
Oh, it can. And Alan, if Alan was here, he would definitely say, as the quarterback, you have to have that next play mentality. You have to have that forgetful memory.
Short-term memory.
There we go. That's the words that I couldn't figure out. But yes, if you're going to play quarterback, you have to have that.
Because honestly, it was a tip drill play. For them, in that case, that was not on the quarterback. I mean, the ball hit him in the hands on the receiver and got tipped up in the air, which then Hayes took it for the pick six. As the kick going, bouncing towards the sideline again, and that's going to be the second time we've seen the kick out of bounds penalty. So that'll add 15 yards onto that. So that'll set up the Sharks with 1st and 10 at their own 40, now trailing 22-18 with 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
So if we're both correct, it should be on the 40.
Yeah.
Okay. This drive brought to you by Bird Dogs Pet Supplies.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10. Sharks coming up here. Grizzlies hold the 4-point lead here midway through the third quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10. Sharks at their own 40. Last drive, the pick six by Demarion Hayes. We'll see if Sharks can do it differently this time. So got about a quarter and a half to go in this one, a game with a lot of playoff implications on the line. No flags come in. The Grizzlies had a player running off. I don't think he got off in time, but the refs didn't catch it, and Compare goes down for a loss of 1. It's going to be 2nd down and 11. It's going to be 2nd down and 11, or 12 Sharks back at their own 38. It's going to be as Sharks padding the near side of the offensive front for Nelson Compare. Bear looking for the jet sweep there. Going to push it forward to number 7, C.T. Jaley. They've run that play a few times. A little jet sweep touch pass there, and that one goes for a solid gain. About a gain of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 now for the Sharks at their own 44-yard line. A big drive here. Still late in the 3rd quarter, but they trail by 4 now. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter to be exact.
5 minutes.
Third down and 6. Sharks at their own 44-yard line. Now they stack the far side of the offensive line. Compare rolls to the weak side. Cutting through. 2 defenders converge on him for the sack. Number 9 and 51, Josh Bradley and Randall Collins. Both in there for the sack, and that's going to bring up 4th and long. And it's going to force a punt out of the Sharks as they'll send out Eddie Dufresne to punt it.
And coach sitting there walking up and down saying, blocking the wrong man. There was a missed assignment there, and that's why he was converged on like that.
Well, it was weird. He started rolling left. When he rolled back right, there were 2 guys waiting for him. He kind of ran right into it.
The backside tackle here took the wrong defender.
As Dufresne getting set to punt for the Sharks. This could be a statement drive for the Grizzlies to take a 2-possession lead. As they drive in, Dufresne kicks a high one. Not getting as far as they wanted, but a great bounce is setting up here. It's going to get downed by Minnick. And coach is yelling, let it roll.
Number 18 for the Sharks.
And that's the thing there. You need to let that ball bounce. You know, little mental mistake, but
that one had a great bounce setting up too, and that was bouncing inside the 20.
I want to say that one where is it now? It's the 29.
Yeah,
that one,
just about.
I mean, that's possibly another 10, 15 yards you just gave up.
Well, now it's up to the defense for the Sharks to make a stop, get the ball back. Still in the 3rd quarter, late in the 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10, Grizzlies at their own 29-yard line. Hayes yelling at his team to get set there from the quarterback position. 1st down and 10. Hayes turns, gives Richard Cash straight up the middle. Pushing hard. Still staying on his feet. He'll get pushed back after a gain of about 6.
James, get that trash that's going out.
As that's going to be a gain of about 7. 2nd down and 3. Grizzlies now at their own 36-yard line.
Coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the 3rd.
Split backs with Hayes once again. Turn, give. Run straight up the middle for a Grizzlies 1st down up to their own 40-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4 on the carry by number 6, Morris DeMary. 2:40 to go now in the 3rd quarter. One of the biggest drives of the game here for the Grizzlies if they can take a 2-possession lead into the 4th quarter. And for the Sharks, could be one of the biggest quarters of their season.
Yeah.
Has really got to win these next 2 games for the playoffs.
Yep.
Show blitz. They bring it on Hayes, and he's ripped down for a big loss. And there, number 10, Nate Yankee makes the play. Not only did he make the play, get the blitz on him, he made sure he went down right where he had him. Nate Yankee makes the play. Second down now. Second down and 17 now for the Grizzlies. Back at their own 33-yard line. And that's going to be a flag and 5 more for a delay of game. This is going to make it 2nd and 22 now for the Grizzlies. And these are those unforced errors.
Yep.
In a game where you got the lead, you don't want to have to give this away. Well, I mean, they're arguing it, but that's one of those penalties we say you can't really argue. That's the refs will say, hey, keep arguing. You can get yourself a penalty.
Coming up on a minute left.
Second down and 22. A lot of movement up front. If this goes on the Grizzlies, you got to hope this isn't offsides.
There's a lot of pointing back and forth.
There it is. False start on the Grizzlies. It's now going to be 2nd and 27. Trip back to Brunswick, Georgia. On second down is what they'll need to get the first. Luckily, it's only second down. So they got a few more tries to get there. But they're back at their own 23-yard line. 2nd and 27 for the Grizzlies.
All right, you just shout a number. That's what you go on. We should already know the play call. I say keep the same play call you've had.
Here they go, 2nd and 27. Hayes drops back, throwing it deep, has a man open. He's calling for a flag mid-route, not going to get it. That might have cost him the ability to get the ball. As he was slowing down, calling for a flag. It's incomplete, and it's 3rd and 27. Number 3 is the receiver he was looking for. Under a minute to go in the third quarter, and it's 3rd and 27.
I was going to say, there was legit, genuinely good coverage. There was good coverage. He threw his arm back trying to entice the defender. It almost looked like at least from here, it looks like he was trying to entice the defender to grab it. And like you said, that's what slowed him down because then he was, calling for the flag.
Yeah, the whole route, when the ball was still in the air, he's looking for a flag.
He had both defenders beat by a step.
Yeah, because by the time the ball hit the ground, he was a step behind the defender.
Right.
3rd down and 27 for the Grizzlies back at their own 23-yard line. Got to get to the 50. Sharks showing blitz. They'll back out of it as Hayes looking to pass again. Rolling out right. Blitz coming. Throws. And it'll be batted down by the receiver who's looking for number 6, who is injured on the play. It's Morris DeMary once again.
I think I saw it happen. When he was reaching back, he fell onto a helmet, and that elbow collided with a helmet.
He's up quickly, but looks in a little bit of discomfort. But with those penalties and the big loss on first, that's going to bring up 4th down and 27. Great defense, great discipline by the Sharks. But we haven't seen this team punt it all today. But considering you're back at your own 23, you got to try it, I would think. I don't think you really want to give them this field position.
You got the lead.
Unless you think the deep ball, unless you're confident in it, because that's the only thing I think they could do to get them there.
Or
they are going to punt it.
You could take the Orlando Guardians
approach.
Lied.
I lied. They did set up for a punt last drive. They just faked it.
Yes. You could
4th and 27. Back to punt is going to be Winston Dawson once again. And there's the punt this time by Dawson. Not too bad, considering they haven't gone to it at all today. And it'll bounce down, and the Sharks will take it. 1st down and 10 at their own 46-yard line. And, to be honest, the way they were avoiding punting like the plague today, I thought that punt was going to go straight out of bounds or something. But it was end over end, a solid 30, 40-yard punt. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sharks take over 1st and 10 at their own 46.
This has been the longest minute of a quarter ever.
The teams playing here tonight are the East Coast Sharks and the Golden Isles Grizzlies.
Nope. Goodbye.
As first down run, going to go right up the middle for a gain of 4 for the Sharks up to the 50-yard line. That is Muhammad Daris.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go. Still a 4-point lead for the Grizzlies, 22-18. They got that lead off the pick 6 by Demarion Hayes.
15 seconds.
15 seconds and counting in the third quarter.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Clock ticking out. See if they get a playoff. I don't think they will.
End of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter here from Vieira Regional Park. We got a good one setting up with playoff implications on the line. The Grizzlies lead the Sharks 22-18.
While we get set up for fourth quarter action, here's a look at our partners who are bringing you this action.
Welcome back, everybody, live to the Brevard Sports Network. Fourth quarter action getting set to begin from Vieira Regional Park between the East Coast Sharks and the Golden Isles Grizzlies. The Golden Isles Grizzlies, as it's going to be second down and 6 from the 50-yard line for the Sharks. They stack the near side of the line. They'll give it on a jet sweep to Cameron Harris, who turns the corner down the sideline. Harris with room to run, breaks through the defense, one man to beat. Harris will be brought down just short of the end zone, but regardless, it's a 49-yard carry for Cameron Harris. First down and goal coming up here. Unless I don't see a flag down. Oh. Going to get a holding call. The first penalty of the game on the Sharks to come in the fourth quarter. And a holding call is going to bring back a 49-yard run by Cameron Harris. I'd like to welcome the Golden Isles Grizzlies to the broadcast.
And Cam Harris has a right to be irritated because that holding, I saw it occurred on the back side of the play. And
man, Harris too, 49-yard run, put him in the 1-yard line there to start the fourth quarter. And instead now it's going to be second down and 2 at the Grizzlies 47. So it still ends up netting yards, but nothing near 49 yards. As they're going to run the same play to the near side this time. And it's still going to be a first down for C.T. Jaley this time with it on the jet sweep. First down, Sharks now at the Grizzlies' 44-yard line. This is a big drive for the Sharks.
14 minutes and 21 seconds. 14 minutes and 10 seconds. It just started. Yeah.
no.
First down and 10. Quarterback, the keeper with Nelson Compare, runs up the middle for a gain of 1, second down and 9.
Musso turns them on. You got to order them. Well, they should be on. What time did you order them for?
Hold on. I got to mute this. All right. One.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, 2nd down and 8. Sharks at the Grizzlies 42. Run straight up the middle by Nelson Compare for a gain of 1. Ball came out after he was down. This is going to be a big 3rd down play here. Sharks need to keep this drive moving. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 at the Grizzlies 41.
This drive brought to you by Pier 220. Named off of the exit it's on off of I-95. Pier 220 has great seafood and a beautiful view over a river in Titusville.
It's going to be 3rd down and 7 now for the Sharks at the Grizzlies 41. A solid start to the drive, trying to make sure it doesn't stall. Here's they go, running straight up the middle. CT Jaley on the carry will not get them the line or the yards they need, but they'll be very close. It's a gain of 6. 4th down and 1, Sharks at the Grizzlies 35. A big 4th down play to come.
Again, this 4th quarter is basically for the season. Duly noted.
4th down and 1. Big play for the Sharks. Blitz comes. Nelson Compare gets through. And it'll be 1st down, Sharks on the 4th and 1 carry by Nelson Compare that they needed. It's going to be a gain of 4. 1st down and 10, Sharks to the Grizzlies 31.
Again, the Sharks are playing for this season, for their season in this quarter, because they lose this one, it becomes even more difficult to make it to the playoffs. They need to win this week and next week and hope a couple other.
Well, the Grizzlies are as well, because they're currently tied to the cut line as well for the playoffs. They lose here, they drop below that. Run straight up the middle. Nelson Compare with a good carry for about a gain of 10. That might get them the 1st down. We'll see what the spot is. And it is going to be 1st down, Sharks. And seems like we got a timeout. Timeout, Grizzlies. They're 2nd of the half with 11:05 to go in the game. Sharks driving well here, looking for the lead late.
Yeah, again, we'll take.
Guys, check on the lights.
All right, we're going to send it to our sponsors here real quick.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Vieira Regional Park. It's 1st down and 10. Sharks at the Grizzlies 21, knocking on the door of the red zone here with 11 minutes to go in the game. They trail by 4. Nelson Compare gives on the jet sweep. CT Jaley up the middle, no gain. Good stand by the Grizzlies, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 at the same spot for the Sharks.
Trying to get into that Pier 220 red zone. Sounds like a good idea, Jackson. Let's take a drive on Titusville after the game and go have a nice meal over the river.
If I could drive us, maybe.
All right.
2nd down and 10 for the Sharks at the Grizzlies 21. A lot of movement. Ball was never snapped.
False start on everyone but the center.
And a great flop by Josh Bradley at the end of the play, saying, I want more than that. As I guess one guy was still blocking, and he was like, hey.
Now, I will say, we are, I think, racing against daylight. The reason I had to mute the mic is in discussion during the last little bit of lightning spurt we had here in Brevard County, the box that controls the lights got fried. So it was kind of unknown by officials whether or not we would have lights, so we're kind of also racing daylight here.
Well, with that in mind, Sharks definitely need to score on this drive, and that penalty backs them up 5 yards. So now it's going to be 2nd and 15 from the Grizzlies' 26-yard line. Makes the stand even more important for the Grizzlies defense. 2nd and 15. Nelson Gabert rolls right, looking to pass, stepping up, throwing over the middle, finds his man C.T. Jaley over the middle for a solid gain that they need. See them running hurry up. I think they might have gotten that idea as well.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what they were told, but definitely more hurry up than we've seen. 3rd down and 2 inside the red zone, inside the Pier 220 red zone for the Sharks. Nelson Compare running it, pushing through. Compare breaks in, and that's going to be 1st down and goal, Sharks. And a big play coming up, or a big string of plays coming up here. Whistles. Timeout, Grizzlies. That'll be their last of the game with 9:29 remaining. Similar to what they did in the first half, using all their timeouts early on.
Depending on how this plays out, that may not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if you're racing daylight,
take as much time out of this team as you can. But I doubt they would cut this drive short regardless.
Well, but okay, so you take time out, you get the stop. Now then
yeah. But you don't get the stop.
Well, hey, well, you know,
Oh, we know there's 11 or 9:29 to go for sure. Could be less. So now it's going to be 1st down and goal. Sharks at the 6-yard line. They trail by 4. Big drive coming up, finishing up here for the Sharks.
I gotta run the clock.
Here they go, running to the near side, trying to get forward. No gain there for Compare on the 1st and goal carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
And there's an injured Shark.
Shark down on the play there, ahead of 2nd and goal at the 5.
.908.
9 minutes remaining in the game. Pending daylight. 4-point lead for the visiting Grizzlies, 22-18. And mind you, the Sharks were leading when that pick 6 happened by Hayes.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's always something to say as a broadcaster if this didn't happen. But it does make a point.
No, it does.
And especially that early goal line stand that
Yes.
the Sharks had. You just look at some of these plays, looking back, that this could be to put it away.
Again, I will state it. 4 turnovers first half. The Sharks defense caused 4 turnovers and scored on one of them. And that's the only turnover in which case points were scored off of.
Yeah.
The defense not only created the turnover but scored.
They're winning the turnover differential right now, 4-1.
Still C. Let's play.
Here we go. 2nd down and goal. Sharks at the 5. Nelson Compare. Line stacked to the near side. That's where we'll go. Compare trying to turn the corner. And the Grizzlies are ready for it. 3rd down and goal. Sharks at the 5. I got to say, you got to change up the play call. When they stack that line, they know what's coming.
Right.
And they've run the exact same play the first 2 tries here. 3rd down and goal. Sharks at the 5. Possibly a season on the line here with this drive. And you never know, if you don't get the lights turned on, this could be the last drive of the game for them. You just don't know offensively. 3rd down and goal. Sharks at the 5. Nelson Compare. They still got the line stacked to the near side. Compare calls timeout. Here with 8:19 to go in the game. Compare takes the timeout for the Sharks. I believe that's either their first or the second of the half. No, they have at least one left. No?
What? No, sorry. It was 8:19.
I mean, this is big. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Cabrera calls the time. I think they need to change up the play call. They're showing the same formation again. Grizzlies players are fired up, and I don't think they're going to let that happen. They're going to have to maybe do a little jump pass over the middle, run up the middle. I think a run up the middle or a jump pass is your best look. Running on the edge, they're not getting the edge set. They've had one play go good around the end, and it was the run by Cameron Harris, which got called back.
Agreed.
So that's what you got to do. You got to change it up. 3rd down and goal, and they do change it up. Mohamed Darius. And the line still stacked to the near side. New back, Darius looking to power it in. No way. It's a loss of 1. 4th down and goal. Sharks at the 6.
Sharks winning at the line of scrimmage. They're getting low, bursting through, and Darius had nowhere to go. By the time he took his second step, he has three Grizzlies in his face.
They know what's coming.
Right.
Here's what I'll tell you. If I'm making this play call, jump pass over the middle. That's what I think you got to do. The run play is not going to work. Unless I don't think they have the bodies or the power right now up front to win it at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Possibly the biggest play of the season for the Sharks. 4th down and goal at the 6. Compare and Darius in the backfield. Compare drops back, rolls out left. Blitz comes. Got to throw. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. And the goal line stand from the Golden Isles Grizzlies. And it's going to be 1st down Grizzlies at their own 6-yard line. The Sharks defense needs to force a turnover, get a stop here, as the pass play doesn't connect. To be fair, I think it was a good play call. The execution just wasn't there. The pressure still got there too quickly. And with 7.5 minutes to go, and the sun already set, so might be the fate of the Sharks in this one, as it's going to be 1st down and 10 Grizzlies at their own 6-yard line.
And if you're the Grizzlies, you take all the time in the world.
Hayes turns, gives Cash right up the middle. Richard Cash falls forward for 4. Solid gain on 1st down and bring up 2nd down and 6. Grizzlies at their own 10-yard line.
You go there, you know your play call in the huddle, and you just stand there. Come up to the line, and you wait till the ref gives you there's 10 seconds left.
I think this is a big thing for the Sharks, too.
Lights are coming on, but not these. They turned the wrong lights on.
2nd down and 6. Run up the middle. The Sharks pushing back on Richard Cash again. He'll go down short. Third down and short. Now this is just as equally of a big play for the Sharks. It's going to be 3rd and 1. The Sharks defensively need to make a stand here quickly. 3rd down and 1. Grizzlies at their own 14-yard line. They lead by 4. Run straight up the middle. Spinning, pushing forward. And he's going to get the 1st down for the Golden Isles Grizzlies. It's Morris DeMary making the play.
Just under 6 minutes left to go. And again, from the Grizzlies, you're taking all the time in the world.
And they have 1st down now at their own 16-yard line. They got plenty of room to move down the field. Taking all the time in the huddle they need. It's for the Grizzlies. It's 1st down and 10 at their own 16. Taking about 20 seconds. Hayes drops back. Blitz coming hard off the edge. Demarion Hayes turns the corner and slides down out of bounds.
Smart.
I think he tried to slide inbounds. I think if he gets marked inbounds, the clock runs. If he slid out,
I believe it's where the hind end touches.
which would, I believe, stay in bounds. It was about a gain of
Yep.
3. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Grizzlies at their own 18-yard line. 5 minutes to go in this one. Grizzlies hold the 22-18 advantage. Big drive here for both teams. Split backs with Hayes. Hayes turns, gives. Trying to turn the corner. Pushing forward. It's going to be 1st down, Grizzlies. Once again, pushing past the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 13 by Winston Dawson for a Grizzlies 1st down with 4:20 to go in the game.
So you figure at least, even let's say even if there's a stop on, say, 4th down, you're talking at least a minute 15 coming off the clock here now.
As we have a player, I think, was down on the far side for the Sharks. He's up and walking off. See, the darkness could be an issue, but I don't know. I think they might just play it out with only 4 minutes to go. We'll have to see. The sun is already set. That is unchangeable. I would go as far as to say these lights aren't coming on.
No, they're not. I can have confirmation they're not coming on based on pictures I was shown prior to the start of this game.
1st down and 10. Grizzlies at their own 30-yard line. 4 minutes to go in this game. The Grizzlies with a 4-point lead. Hear him yelling over on the Grizzlies sideline. We have the momentum. Split backs. Hayes rolling out right, taking off, running forward for a gain of about 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Grizzlies at their own 37-yard line. It's a great night for football out here, though. Not too hot.
No, it's been a beautiful, even when that sun came out for a little bit. I mean, it was gorgeous out here all day. Well, except a little bit of pregame when we got that spit shower. But I'll take that spit shower having none during game time.
2nd down and 3 for the Grizzlies at their own 37-yard line. Time running out on the Sharks here and their playoff hopes going with it. Turn, give once again up the middle. Breaking through for another Grizzlies 1st down, and it is once again Winston Dawson for the 1st down. 3 minutes remaining. Sharks need to stop right here on this set of downs. It's 1st down and 10, Grizzlies at their own 43.
2 more 1st downs, this game's done.
And with that for the Sharks, that could mean your playoff hopes go with it.
Yep.
And for a team with the Grizzlies situation tied at the cut line, this would put them in by half a game over, I believe. Well, I don't have to believe, I can check. As they're going to try and run it up the middle. The Sharks with a good stop there on 1st down. So, yeah, the Grizzlies are tied right now with the Rattlers at 500. The Sharks are a game out, or half a game out, which is going to turn into now a game and a half.
Yep.
And with only 1 game left, I think this may eliminate them from the playoffs entirely, because that would put them a game and a half out.
Yeah.
This would put them, I think, a game and a half ahead of them.
Yeah.
So essentially, this would eliminate the Sharks from the playoffs with a loss here, and they're 2 minutes away from that if they can't get this stop.
2 minutes.
This has been a fun game.
Yeah. 2nd down and 7. Hayes looking for room to run. This could be it. 1st down, pushing towards it. We'll see where they mark him. Just short. 3rd down and 1 for the Grizzlies at the Sharks' 48-yard line. A minute 25 to go. Whistles. And we get a timeout on the field. A minute and 25 seconds. 3rd down and 1. The Sharks need to stop here I would assume they're probably going to go for it after that. 2 stops and then a touchdown. It's an uphill battle for sure, but with the playoffs on the line, you got to pull out all the stops to make it happen. So as they come out of the timeout here, 3rd down and 1. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 48-yard line. Third down and 1 Grizzlies. This could be it. This first down right here could be the nail in the coffin for the Sharks. Here they go. 3rd and 1 Grizzlies at the Sharks' 48-yard line. Here they go. Run straight up the middle, pushing back. And I think the Sharks made the play defensively. Grizzlies say 1st down, Sharks say 4th down. The refs will make the call.
Refs are checking.
Clock's ticking. The clock will stop now with 1 minute remaining.
But I'll say this: if the refs didn't,
I think he was short. Personally, I think he stopped right where he needed to get and then got pushed back.
But my thing is, if the refs aren't making the call, they're leaving the clock running.
Well, the clock was stopped now with 59 seconds. They seem to be marked right there on the line. We see a timeout by the Sharks here. I think that'll be their last of the game with 59 seconds to go.
Again, when we have this timeout and they're figuring out this whole situation, I'm going to go ahead and play. There's the information on every one of our sponsors this season for the Sharks. Exotic Peas, New Orleans Bistro and Bar, Pier 220 Restaurant and Bar in Titusville, Bird Dogs Pet Supplies, Exotic Peas, Michelle Mulk.
And it's going to be 4th down and inches. Grizzlies at the Sharks' 47. A first down here seals the game. A stop by the Sharks keep them and their playoff hopes alive. 4th and inches. Under center. Movement early.
And
considering the play was stopped.
And the refs are telling them to flip it.
Got to see the call. If it's offsides, then that'll be the first down to do it. If it's a false start, it'll back it up. There's a lot of hands pointing in a lot of different directions. None of them matter except for one, being the striped. And it's a false start on the Grizzlies. Now that makes it 4th down and 5.
But that's almost a blessing for the Grizzlies in the fact of that's still more time that came off the clock.
Yeah, 40 seconds and counting now. Now they'll get set to waste more.
Yep.
This could do it anyway. Chains are all messed up.
2 seconds.
I don't know. It should be 4th down and 5.
No, so wait, they're saying he got it and then a false start.
Oh.
So that's the game.
That's going to do it. They give him the first down. False start on what would have been first down, which I don't even think they knew. 15 seconds to go. And the Golden Isles Grizzlies just need to run this one out. I don't know why they're not in victory formation. Yes, they are. And that'll do it. Nope. Yes, it will. The Golden Isles Grizzlies from Brunswick, Georgia, outlast the East Coast Sharks in epic fashion with a game-winning pick 6 by Demarion Hayes for the win, 22-18. The Grizzlies win it. Man,
what a game. Look, the Sharks defense forced 4 turnovers and scored on one of them. That's the story of the game. The offense couldn't capitalize off of turnovers. If they could have capitalized off of one more of those turnovers, the Sharks have the game.
Yeah, offensively, I think it comes down, my opinion, to play calling. 5 plays in a row, they ran that same run to the right there in a crucial drive. The defense had their number on that. When you tried to switch it up, it still didn't work. So, I don't know. I mean,
look, for the
hard to
Sharks, it's been really fun to cover you guys. We here at the Brevard Sports Network have had a blast. Coach, Cliff Nichols of Space Coast High School. Many players out there. We'd also like to give a shout out to our sponsors one more time. Orleans Bistro and Bar. Exotic Peas, exterior and interior painting. Michelle Mulk, family law attorney. Pier 220, seafood and grill. Bird Dog Pet Supplies. And we'd like to thank everyone affiliated with the Sharks. We'd like to thank Eddie Dufresne for reaching out to the Brevard Sports Network. We'd like to thank every one of the Sharks who's helped us this season. The Sharks do play one more game, but it is an away game. And their playoff hopes, not numerically, they still have a sliver of hope. But that's all they're clinging to.
with that, thanks everyone for tuning in for the victorious Golden Isles Grizzlies and the East Coast Sharks. For Caleb Brown, I'm Jackson Robb. Have a great night, everybody, and make it a sports night.